Hi, I'm Debbie, and welcome to my channel, Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today we're reading for July 27th through the 30th, Monday through Thursday, for my Aquariuses. How are my darling Aquarians doing today? Well, you know, when it's Monday through Thursday, my two Radley Valentine decks, I use my Archangel Power Tarot cards for the main reading, and then I try to just pull the one from my Angel Tarot cards. I've prayed, meditated, and infused both decks with Reiki energy, but remember, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest. Now I have 3 cards face down. All 3 are reversed, so it's a really strong energy reading for you. I am an intuitive channeler. I open myself up to my higher power, and whatever the message is that needs to come through for whoever out there, it just does. And hopefully you understand. Okay, let's see what we have for my Aquariuses. First card, again, all 3 are reversed. Here we are. The 2 of Ariel. Okay, so Ariel in itself is our earth energy. It is our Virgo, our Capricorn, our Taurus energy. So, you know, it's solid energy, someone you can touch. A lot of times it has to do with money, energy with a job, possibly a career. You know, there's there's kind of some decisions here too. There's some thoughts process, but it's a lot of this is about, probably it's more about your work. So you might be having to do something a little bit differently. You might have to make some decisions about some coming changes. Maybe some changes have been brought to you. Maybe they're making changes at your work and you're making a decision on whether you accept the changes or you're going to look for, another job. I will tell you, if you're thinking about looking for another job, it's easier to do that when you have a job, okay? But it's kind of like, there's this weird type of balance that needs to be done here, okay? And there's also a little bit of this risk that happens too. So you might be coming to that career, that time in your career that you have to look for those other opportunities, okay? Or you need to then or say, you know what? I don't want those other opportunities, and there's like a recommitment to the job or career you already have. Okay, it's important to have balance, working multiple jobs or projects at once, making work fun. So part of me is like, for some of you, for a lot of you, is that work might not be fun anymore, and that in itself might be why you're thinking about looking for that other job, okay? Because work isn't fun. Now the thing is, if you were to make work fun again, would you stay there? Okay, next card, again reversed. Here we are, Epiphany. Okay, so Epiphany, Archangel energy. This is Major Arcana. This is also Archangel Raziel, okay? And Epiphany is kind of like what I was just saying. If you could make work fun again, or if work became fun, would you stay? This is that thing where it's like, wow, this is kind of those wow moments. So 9 also has this very completion number to it, so things are kind of wrapping up. There's also this spiritual component to it. So there's a lot of things this week, Aquarians. Be aware that you can just kind of have these wow moments. You could have these things moments, something that's kind of like, many times in our spiritual path, our spiritual quest, a higher power, guardian angel, spirit guide, voice of the universe, your divine, whoever that is, many times we come to a point and it's all of a sudden it's like, wow. And then we rest there for a little bit before we start moving again. Okay. So there could be that. And again, Epiphany is one of those light bulbs, one of those, oh my gosh, I get it type of moments. Okay. Joy through spiritual growth. Be a light to others. Answers that come through meditation. Now that's another thing too, especially if you're thinking about changing your job, or if there's some changes that are being brought to you and you don't quite know what to do. Meditation's wonderful. You don't necessarily have to do it in the traditional ways that you think. Just sometimes, I do a lot of meditation in my car, and I do a lot of talking to my higher power in my car, okay? Or going out into my backyard, on my small little patio. do a lot of things there too. So it doesn't have to be formal, but it is a way of connecting with that, that greater spiritual being. Your last card here is reversed again. Solutions. Again, Archangel. This is Archangel Zedkiel. And so there is, there's a lot of things going on this week. There's this crossroads. There's this, and it feels like it's very much with your work. They might have brought you the changes, or you might be thinking about the changes. There's these light bulb moments, but at the same time, you use all of this divine energy, and it does help you to bring you to a resolution. Remember, though, what I said is that when we're on a spiritual quest, we come to a place where we kind of stay for a while. It feels like, okay, we reached it before we start moving on again. Okay, so success that comes from objective compromise, self-control, and patience, forgiving and healing energy. Now, healing energy is always about, it's really about loving yourself, and not necessarily, not necessarily judging yourself. Okay? Don't know who needed to hear that. Now the 14, 1 and 4, 1, new beginnings. 4 has a bit of a stability to it, but then it does equal 5, so then that's a change or struggle. So let's go on to our next. So you've got some really interesting stuff. This is kind of those moments for you, my Aquariuses, that just kind of like this is kind of like one of those moments that that you kind of take this, you kind of do this. It's like a placeholder in a way, and it's like, okay, I'm here right now, and getting ready to make that next leap. Your last card is reversed also, so here we go. The 9 of air. Okay, so air energy is your energy. It is also Gemini, and it is Libra energy. So again, you have that 9. That 9 is that completion number, okay? But then you start thinking too much. So things are changing. You're connecting with your higher power. You're doing your meditation. The solutions are coming. You're getting ready for that next phase, that next step. Maybe not next week, but maybe, who knows when. And then your mind starts engaging, and you start projecting. Well, you know what? You wouldn't be Aquarians if you didn't do that. If you didn't think, you're thinking too much about it. Sometimes you got to let things happen. Okay. Anyway, expecting the worst, self-fulfilling prophecies. And you know what that means? That means when you're thinking negative and you're speaking negative, you're attracting negative back. So positive. Sleepless nights. Now, the sleepless nights, that could be the other thing too, especially if your work, if you've been presented with some choices, or that crossroads. And again, that does feel like that's about work. Okay, so again, this is like you're coming to that point where you're getting ready. And I always feel my Aquarians getting ready. It's like you're getting ready now. Again, you're there again. Okay, so keep it positive, and be hopeful, and be, if you have to, stop looking at the news. I stopped looking at the news, not to say that I wasn't keeping myself aware, but I stopped looking at, regular news, and then I watched it today, and I was like, so stop watching the news. So, okay, because you've got some amazing Archangel energy for Monday through Thursday. Use it. Take it. Ask for it. So, my Aquarians, you know what to do with the buttons. Please like, share, subscribe. That does help to promote and support my channel, and I thank you so much. But as always, more importantly, my Aquariuses, know that you are loved. Stay safe and be blessed. Bye-bye.